Hey guys, and happy Sunday. On today's video, I am going to grease my scalp and chit chat with you at the same time. I had a video posted like this a few years back, maybe in 2014 or 13, and I thought it'd be really cool to talk to you as I oil my scalp again today. I want to show you guys something first though. I decided to go through my earrings and put them all on today. So I found four earrings? 4 earrings that is going to match my shirt, and I put them in my ear. And you're probably saying, Nezi, when did you get those earrings in your ear? I got this one when I was 15, and I got these two when I was 14, and I got this one when I was 5. And I said, you know what? What was the reason of me getting all these piercings? Well, I can understand these down here because my mother wanted me to look like a girl. But why did I get these other ones? But you know how teenagers are. That was the thing back then, having all your ears pierced all the way up here. Now, in this ear, I only got one piercing. That was the thing back then, have like your ears pierced all the way up to the wazoo on one ear, and then have like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 on one ear on the other side, rather, or whatever. But anyway, back to the video. So a couple of days ago, I decided to shampoo my hair before I went to work. Luckily, Thursday was not cold because my hair was still damp when I went to work, but it wasn't that damp. So you see this crazy hard part right here? Yeah, I really can't do much with it because it's just planted right here. Also, when I shampooed my hair and started braiding it, I found some new friends. I found one friend here. This is a gray hair. Found another gray hair here. And I found a couple more here. I don't really have a lot of gray hair. My mother didn't have a lot of gray hair. She didn't get her gray hair until she was like in her mid-50s. And I'm 47, so I'm just now getting some little gray hair. But did you know that gray hair is really not gray hair? It's really your hair losing its color. Just thought I'll throw it out there. Alright. So yeah, that's what gray is. Gray is absence of color. So what I'm going to use today is the things that I mentioned that I was going to use up before the end of the year in my video I posted maybe about a month or so ago. Today I'm going to be using, well, I got 2 of them. I got my Indigo Blue Mentholated Hair Food by Ladies of Elegance. I used to put this oil in my hair when I wore my tree braids. This oil is very, very light, and it was really good on my scalp because it kept my scalp from itching, and it has mentholation in it, which means it has something to make my hair tingle, well, make my scalp tingle. So here's the smaller bottle that I had shown on that video. I think I showed it on the video, I don't remember, but I'm gonna use this now and use that later. And then I also mentioned that I was going to use up my Miss Jessie's Stretch Silkening Cream. Yeah, I was going to use this on up. I got this upside down, don't I? Oh, life again. Woo! I still got my Facebook on. We're going to have to get rid of Facebook, okay? Yeah, life of a YouTuber. So I'm going to show you the shampoo I used the other day too. I used my Miss Jessie Super Slip SUDSY shampoo. And I'm going to use this up too this year. And I had to put some water in here because it is so thick and like, I don't know, slippery. But I went on, shook that up and put that in my hair and lathered it up. And also I used my Shea Moisture's Deep Treatment Mask. And when I tell you guys, I mean, I mentioned in 2 videos that I was going to not use it anymore. Let me tell you, I changed my mind because I had a chance to really appreciate this product the other day. And it had my hair so pretty and shiny. And I'm not getting rid of it. Okay, I'm just not getting rid of it. I'm keeping it. I mean, I've always had this product from the beginning of time when I very started my hair journey. And I'm thinking, why would I get rid of this? Because this is one of the products that helped my hair get to where it is today. So it's just like getting rid of a kidney. Why would you get rid of a healthy kidney just because it's healthy and you say, well, I got another kidney, I don't need another kidney. So what I'm going to do is just take down each plait and just put some oil and silkening cream on it and replait it back up or retwist it. So let me tell you guys, let me start from the back. Let me tell you guys what happened the other day. Let me tell you about my coworker. Now, I hope she does not watch my videos because she's going to be mad at me. But you know what? Sister girl is gonna be mad at me. She wears quick weaves. Let me tell you about people, women that I've noticed who uses extensions and, you know, fake hair and stuff. I mean, I use it too, but I mean, I wear it too, but you know, I noticed that a lot of times, not from everybody, don't get offended, but I noticed a lot of times when women wear fake hair a lot, they're not really into natural hair. Not all of them, like I said. I'm going to dampen this a little bit. I want this to come out. Okay, now I got the spread to work. I don't want to, you know, let me put it in my hand. I don't want to mess up my background, but I'm just putting this in my hair just to saturate it and make it a more better slip. So I noticed about women who wear extensions and stuff, a lot of them not really into their natural hair. And let me take it back. Some people just not into natural hair. Let's just put it like that. It ain't got to be women with extensions and stuff like that. And she wears quick weaves and stuff. You never will see her hair, which is very common with us. We just don't like showing our hair sometimes. Like I said, my hair was sort of damp when I went to work Thursday. So I had on my satin cap and my skull cap over my hair because I didn't want to get sick. And I relieve her. I relieve her every day. So when I took my hat off, she looked at me and she said, "You look like that little girl on what's that movie with Oprah Winfrey?" I said, "Beloved." She said, "Yeah, you look like that little girl on Beloved." To my son, ooh. And I said, "What you say, girl?" She was cracking up laughing and stuff, so I laughed at her. I mean, I wasn't offended or nothing because, you know, when you work around a lot of people, sometimes you get real cool with them. Sometimes you just be capping and joning on them and stuff. But I really do think I think she's probably trying to get me back because I'm putting the silken cream in there now. I think she was probably trying to get me back because I be telling her that her head is little. She got this real small head, girl, and her body is full at the bottom, which means she has at one point had a smaller body and her body had gotten bigger. So now her head is real little and her body is big at the bottom. And y'all better not tell nobody I'm saying this. And she always saying she has to go to the bathroom. And I said, well, go use the bathroom. And she always has to rush and go use the bathroom and stuff. And I was like, well, maybe your bladder is small and stuff. And then one day I just told her, I said, maybe your bladder is small like your head. And boy, she did not like that. I said, your head and your bladder is the same size. You got a little bitty head and a little bitty bladder. So I guess when she got a chance to see my hair, I guess she's, you know, that was her time to call me beloved. But you can't offend me about my hair. You can say anything. I don't care if you call me a nappy head. You're not going to offend me on calling my hair nappy. Now, it depends on your intentions and stuff. If you're trying to hurt me, then that's a different story. But just calling me a nappy head and stuff like that, no. And you know what? I have a video coming up real soon about that topic, so you guys stay tuned. It's gonna blow your mind. When I be watching people chit chat videos, I be wanting them to talk about really something that's real juicy and stuff. Sometimes they be so clean cut and stuff. And they don't want to be very offensive, and they don't want to say stuff. But I'm like, look, if you're gonna chit chat with me, I want to know what's going on in your life. You understand? And I don't want you to tell me some things like, you know, why your kneecap's real dark and your rest of your body is not that dark. Have you ever tripped off anybody's kneecap to be real dark and stuff? I was looking at my kneecaps. Now, my kneecaps are not really dark, but I do have a skin condition called ankylosis nigricans, which I have dark patches everywhere. So I have normal looking knees with dark circles on each one. I'm like, what is that? So let me ask you guys this. Now, this is something I thought about recently. Have you ever tripped off washing your ear? I'm not talking about washing the inside of your ear. I'm not talking washing behind the ear. I'm talking about washing your actual ear. Because I noticed on like my house phone, if my house phone is really dirty and stuff, I'll go and wash the ear part off with a wet towel and some mild soap or whatever. I'm like, well, damn, is my ear dirty? So now I wash my ear. You gotta say it like that, my ear. Now I wash my ear, and boy, that was best thing I can do, because it seems like my ear gets to be another color when I wash it. Now I do talk like this. I do talk about stuff like this on my weight loss channel. I did mention about, you know, washing your neck and stuff like that. But have you ever just actually thought about, you know, just the oil washing your ear? I know that is so strange. Okay guys, I'm just about done. Only got 2 more little twists to go. But I thought I'd come in and tell you guys a story that happened this week with your girl Shay Shay. For those who don't know who Shay Shay is and you're new to my channel, I have a little, well, a 64-pound pit bull boxer mix, and she is something else. Why did I let her out in the middle of the morning, about 3 a.m. or 3:30 a.m.? All of a sudden I hear her barking so loudly. Now she has different types of barks. Now when you guys have a dog, you kind of like know their barks. She's a dog that she's not an alpha type dog. She's not a leader type dog. She's a back you up type dog. And but she usually warns people or animals that you can't come near her. So 3:30 in the morning, she lets out this horrendous bark. Just lit up the whole neighborhood. I go to the door because I had walked away for a quick minute. I walked away. I came to the door. I looked out the door, and I see her at the edge of the street. Now, you guys seen in my previous videos my yard when I make my videos. And I have a pretty big yard, but she knows her boundary. She knows she can't go out the yard. So she's in my neighbor's yard at the edge barking at something across the street. So I'm thinking, what is she barking at? So I said, Shay Shay, Shay Shay. Now, I think she's coming. She heard me call her name. But with bully breeds like bulldogs, pit bulls, anything with those type of breeds, you have to say your command with aggression, because that's why they call bullheaded because they'll stand there and look at you like you ain't saying nothing. Like, what? I'm not doing what you want me to do. So I have to call her name like a military person. And about the third time I called her, she finally started trying to come back to the house. So anyway, I looked to see what she was barking at. Why were there 2 wolves across the street? I was like, oh my God. So when I saw the one wolf run towards her, that's when I started really yelling. So I think by the 4th or 5th time she started coming to me, and at this time the wolf was following her to the house. Now you guys probably say, well, how do I know it's a wolf? Because I know it's a wolf because it looks like a dog, but wolves have a certain bounce when they trot and walk. So they like this. So when he came running across the street with that bounce in his walk, I said, that's a wolf. So I said, Shay Shay, get in there. And she finally started coming back to the house. That wolf was following her back to the house. But he was looking like, don't you want to play? What are you? He was looking at her like, what are you? And she was barking at him like, what are you? So when she started coming back to the house, he just went on and stopped following her and just stood there and looked at both of us. By this time, he just said, forget it. And he started running, trotting away with that little bounce. I said, that is a wolf. Shay Shay's in the house, and she started, I said, you be quiet. Next thing you know, I saw a second wolf. He ran across the street, and he followed the other wolf. But I'm just so glad that didn't come out with a horrible ending. Because I do stay in an area with a lot of trees, and it's kind of woody around here. And they still exist. Wolves and stuff, they still exist. Deer. I saw a wild turkey in my yard one day. That thing was so creepy and ugly. I was so scared of it. I was in the house. He was tall and he had a long neck. He was all across my yard. And I was screaming at him like, please go away. Please go away. So if you like this type of video, please make sure you thumbs up this video, letting me know that you do like me having a Grease My Scalp story time type conversation with you. Although these people doing all these story time videos, I've been doing story time videos before they even named them story time videos, because I just want to tell you a little bit about my life because y'all nosy. But anyway, if you like this type of video, make sure you thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.